We are answering your questions right now with Guilford County School Superintendent Dr. Sharon Contreras and Chief Academic Officer Dr. Whitney Oakley. This person is asking, when will more info be available for students attending virtual academies? Do they begin school on August 17th? And is there anywhere online where I can find a frequently asked questions section?
So there is a frequently asked questions document that's a banner that consistently runs across the front page at www.gcsnc.com. Virtual Academy instruction will begin remotely and virtually on August 17th, the first day of school. Those will include instructional activities that students can complete on their own, while student orientation sessions are held to make sure students and families have met their teachers and know how to access their online content.
Dr. Contreras, this question just came in. How will the extracurricular classes be handled? Like, will my child participate in PE and music class?
We are working with our coordinators to figure that out right now. What's really important to us is that if someone is exposed to COVID, that we not have to close an entire school down. I'm assuming the question is about how we handle once those classes once school resumes. So we have to think about how to offer those classes in a way so that an entire school is not shut down for 2 weeks. During online learning, we intend to offer the elective classes just as we offer them in the spring. However, we have improved upon that. So please look forward to your art, music, PE, and other elective classes, including your JROTC classes and your career technical and education classes.
Dr. Oakley, this question just came in. It says, after the 9 weeks of remote learning, will teachers who have underlying health conditions have options to continue teaching virtually?
So our Human Resource Department is working with teachers now and will continue to do that through the first 9 weeks to ensure that teachers' health concerns are taken into consideration. Once we know what the school reentry plan, that communication with human resources and individuals will continue.
Dr. Contreras, this person says, can parents and grandparents sit in on their child's remote learning class so they can help them with homework if needed?
Certainly, there's no way we could stop a parent from sitting on a class that's happening in their living room or at their kitchen table. We would simply ask that parents allow students to interact in the classroom and they treat it as though it is happening at the school and not interrupt in any way, so that the teachers can teach and that the students can learn and that the classrooms can proceed in a way that is not interrupted in any way.
So you don't want the parent or the grandparent saying, hey, I have a question on that one.
Right now, raising your hand or sharing the answers.
Right. All right. Dr. Oakley, it says, what are the plans for students who have an IEP and need speech or occupational therapy?
Sure. So individualized education plans discuss specially designed instruction for students who need modifications or adjustments to their own instructional program. Students who receive services will receive these services to the fullest extent possible during the remote learning period. There are some therapies, like some occupational therapies and some physical therapies, that can only happen in a face-to-face environment. So we will be working with families who are interested in scheduling appointments for those therapies to take place on school sites. But students' IEP goals will be met. And services will be delivered remotely when possible. So we will continue to work with families. It's also important to remember that not every student that has an individualized education plan needs to have that plan changed. Some of those students can keep their plans in place and engage in remote learning as planned.
And this is one, maybe a follow-up, this is one of those things where, again, the parent should contact the school and be in constant communication so that everybody's needs and desires and thoughts about this are known.
That's correct. They will need to be handled on a case-by-case basis with the student's home school.
Okay. All right, we're going to continue to take your questions. We've got one more segment left. We're going to head to break and we'll be right back.